Welcome to the online graduate certificate program in Museum Collections Management and Care. My name is Mary Coughlin, and I'm the director of the program, as well as the professor for the first two classes in preventive conservation. I will also be your advisor throughout your time in the program. I have my Master's of Science from the Winneder University of Delaware program in Art Conservation, where I focus on objects conservation and preventive conservation. I worked in the Objects Lab at the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History for 5 years before becoming an assistant professor in the Museum Studies program here at the George Washington University. I am thrilled that you are part of our incoming class and wanted to take a few minutes to give you some background about the program and let you know what to expect over the next 4 semesters. Our program grew out of a grant that was awarded in 2005 from the National Endowment for the Humanities to develop flexible and affordable training for museum professionals who are unable to attend a traditional campus-based museum studies program. A primary goal was to create a distance education program that focuses on key aspects of collections care, namely preservation and collections management policies and procedures. Over the years, we have had a variety of students, including museum directors, collections managers, registrars, curators, and volunteers from historic houses, university museums, military museums, and art galleries from all over the United States and around the world. It is the active participation of the students that really make the classes productive for all. Our program has just gone through a complete revision and update in 2014, which included hiring 2 new professors, restructuring the order of the classes, and updating content. What hasn't changed is our commitment to having each class provide practical, up-to-date information that can be applied to the real museum world. The program consists of 4 classes taken one at a time over 4 semesters. So you will have one class this fall, another in the spring, a summer class, and then your last class next fall. Each class has its own Blackboard course site that will be the primary portal for all aspects of the class, from obtaining your syllabus, links to required readings, listening to recorded weekly lectures, posting assignments, participating in discussion boards, and obtaining your grades. We will take a moment to explore the Blackboard site for your first class now. Know that most of the information will apply to the other 3 classes, but some professors may opt to make some alterations to requirements or format. As you know, when you first log into the Blackboard class site, you'll be taken to the announcements page. Keep an eye on the postings here as they will alert you to any changes, updates, or reminders for the class. The announcements will also be automatically emailed to your GW email account. Use the sidebar to navigate through the class content. It is primarily self-explanatory, but please make sure to read class policies at the start of each semester so you are familiar with how to contact the professor and program assistant, and to make sure you know assignment policies, such as penalties for late submissions and how to request an extension for a project if necessary. The discussion tab will take you to the various discussion boards that I will talk about in a moment. Each week is broken down into a session, with each session covering a different topic. Each semester is 14 weeks, so each class will have 14 sessions. The Session tab will take you to the content for that week. You will see the session objectives and then content links. After listening to the week's lecture and completing the required readings, you should look at the focus questions and take the ungraded self-tests to make sure you are getting the key concepts for that week's topic. The self-tests are ungraded but mandatory. Taking them helps me to know that you are keeping up with the class and understanding it. Each week there will also be a link or reminder about any discussion board assignment or project that might be due. Typically, projects that are due must be posted by 11:59 p.m. on the Sunday for the week the assignment is scheduled. The discussion board contains mandatory and optional sections for participation. You are encouraged to post articles of interest to the class, as well as comments in the general discussion feature. Activity here counts towards your participation grade. There will also be mandatory discussion board assignments. These may include commenting on a case study or sharing a posting from a museum listserv to make sure you are staying up to date with current issues in the field. You should utilize the Ask the Professor tab for questions that you think your classmates will also want to see the answer to. This could be about projects, class readings, or even an issue your museum is facing. Through the various discussion boards, you will hopefully not feel like you are working in isolation, even though this is a distance education class. The more active you are in posting and commenting, the more your classmates and I will get to know you. With online learning, the old adage of the more you put into it, the more you get out of it is certainly true. Now let's get started so you really can get a world-class education in your living room, or during your lunch break, or while the kids are sleeping, or wherever and whenever you are choosing to study.